Long time no see, gang. I'm back with another video, and today's video is something a little bit different. We all know about the recent controversies of Kanye, and while personally I do find it crazy, it's not really surprising, to be honest. In fact, South Park has predicted the exact future 13 years before any of this ever happened. Twice. While I'm not gonna go over both episodes in its entirety, I will go over how his actions on the show plays into how he acts in real life. So let's not waste any more time and hop straight into it. So the first episode is called Fishsticks, and it starts off with Jimmy writing a joke. Carmen walks into his crib and Jimmy comes up with a joke that says, "Do you like fish sticks? Do you like putting fish sticks in your mouth? What are you, a gay fish?" This joke becomes an immediate success, not only across town but also across the nation. While everyone likes the joke, there's one person that doesn't get it whatsoever, and that's Kanye West. In fact, he gets so angry whenever the joke is used at him that he lashes out at everyone that uses it. Meanwhile, Carmen starts taking credit for a joke Jimmy created, and despite his peers and Jimmy himself calling him out for it, he continues to convince himself that he's part of the reason why the joke exists. The theme of this episode is to show how someone's ego can cloud their judgment. Kanye and Carmen are both narcissists that have an inflated sense of self-worth to the point that they both don't think of others with their actions. This is shown in the end of the episode when Carmen twists Jimmy's words to convince him that he's the narcissist, and Kanye, despite claiming that he's a genius, still doesn't get the joke and becomes a little gay fish. This episode is an interesting one because not too long after the episode aired, the infamous Kanye-Taylor incident took place on the MTV VMA Awards.
Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
Coincidentally enough, MTV and Comedy Central are owned by the exact same company, which might explain why they replayed this episode for 2 hours straight just 2 days later. And all these years later, Kanye still doesn't get it, and the writers knew it too.
Or like a fish's actual penis, and it's like, and then Trey like turned around, he's like, "Has anybody ever made that joke?" And he's like, "Who could be someone who doesn't have a sense of humor that we can make fun of? Who's the one person in the world who won't have a sense of humor?" And in unison, we were like, "Kanye West."
We make them say oh, cause the game's so pimpish. Choke a South Park writer with a fish stick. Damn, South Park had them all laughing. Now all my niggas designing and we all swagging.
The most racist thing a person could tell me is that I'm supposed to choose something based on my race. If that was the case, I wouldn't have never wore a pink polo. I wouldn't have never wear skinny jeans. Everywhere I go, people pants smaller than mine. And I'm the one who, you eat fish sticks because I had skinny jeans on.
South Park had jokes about fish sticks. To this day, the whole team could kiss this stick.
The next episode is called The Hobbit, and it is about the power of Photoshop, which was big on IG in 2013 and hell, still is used now in 2023. Anyways, it begins with a girl named Lisa getting rejected because she was too fat for Butters. It turns out that Butters has a thing for women that look like Kim Kardashian, and when Winnie tries to call him out for it backfires on her because Mr. Mackey calls her jelly and Kanye comes to the school to defend his then fiancé on why she's not a hobbit. Like I said earlier, this episode goes over the trend of Photoshop that was prevalent at that time on Instagram. Many have claimed that the Kardashian family was part of the reason why it was popular. Kanye in this episode does his best to defend Kim and preserve her image, which will later become a prominent theme throughout the future 7-year marriage. Meanwhile, the girls in the school start to Photoshop their image just so they can get boys, not knowing it's a thirst trap, similar to the ones that you see in real life. And by the end of the episode, after being called jelly by the media, and Kanye confronts her in the crib, she decides to cave in and Photoshop her image, much to her dismay. Now overall, even though South Park is a show played for laughs, it's kind of telling how accurate a celebrity parody there is. While Kanye has always been a controversial figure before and after said portrayals, I think that his behavior is something that no one in 1,000 years will expect, regardless of your opinion of him. In regards to his current behavior, I think his bipolar disorder mixed with the trauma of his mom's death led him to a downward spiral ever since that day. Look at these pictures of Kanye from 2002 to 2007, and look at him now. You can clearly see a change of behavior in him. While his mental problems should be used as a scapegoat for his statements and actions, it should be an indicator for his camp, his other friends, and his family members to give him the help that he needs, and to not go on podcasts to spew hateful rhetoric.
Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
What you want, then? Hey, yeah, right after this, I'm gonna say you're crazy. I'm gonna take your family away from you. We're not done with you yet. You cannot cause free thought. We have to control the history books. We have to control the banks, and we have to go and kill people. Also, we're in the pedophilia.
It also seems that he's surrounded by yes people that approve of anything he does, no matter how fucked up it may be. I think Dame Dash, who was a guy that helped out Kanye in the early stages of his career, has the best take on the situation.
Can I ask you a question? Is he bipolar or not? Did he tell you that?
He did. He told the world that.
So if you checked off the boxes of bipolar, is he acting that?
Yeah.
So then leave it at that.
But you
look, worry about his health if you care about him at all.
But you don't think he's doing bits that like he's making sense to it?
I'm just saying that regardless to what he's saying, it's the way he's saying it.
Yeah.
So I don't care what he's saying.
It's about how he's going about it.
I want him to live.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all worried about the wrong shit.
Yeah.
If you know a man has a problem and you know he might be checking the boxes off for the symptoms of that problem, why do you judge him as if he doesn't have a problem?
So
it's not logical. Why you put a camera on him instead of sending a prescription or a doctor or some therapist?
In the past year alone, he has done so many controversial things that it will take me all day to put it on one video. But his most recent actions is where people don't associate with him no longer, and personally, I don't blame him. It will be very difficult to support someone that attacks your race or has a negative feeling about the race in general. While the argument of separating the art from the artist is a prevalent one that I do take part in, not everyone's going to agree with that statement, and that's fine, as long as you don't attack each other for it. As someone that grew up with Kanye's music and considers him to be one of the greatest to ever do it, it's really hard for me to just simply let go of his music, but at the same time, I and everyone else should recognize that his words as an influential figure can spark hate and violence towards the community. And while at the time of the video's upload, there's no reports of his whereabouts, it's only a matter of time before he says something again. In regards to him being a genius, he's easily a musical and fashion genius, not a literal one, because a genius wouldn't keep putting himself in a cycle of situations that is hard to get out of. What I hope for all of you seeing this video is how to control your ego from being easily influenced. We all should have some form of self-confidence, but it should not come to a point where you alienate everyone around you and your own thoughts just to consider yourself the best. Part of me will always love Ye, but we as people should always call out someone regardless of whether or not you're cool with them or not, or else you lead to enabling behavior. If you agree or disagree with anything said in this video, let me know in the comments. And of course, make sure to like and subscribe with post notifications on if you came all the way here. imKingKenneth is out this bitch. Peace out.